Hi guys, welcome back to another video of my 12 days of Christmas. I'm so excited. Today we're going to be talking about disappointed books that I read this year. Here is Earl, and he's here to be my emotional support gingerbread. The first book that really disappointed me was Saving Noah. I've read Lucinda Berry books before. Her books really go into like the dark parts of humanity, which I don't mind. I don't mind the dark topics that she goes into. I just think Saving Noah was just not for me. Saving Noah is basically about a mother who picks up her child from, I guess, like a rehab kind of center, and her teenage son is a convicted pedophile. The book was very dark, very disturbing, and it was very hard to read at times. I just feel like it was just really hard topic. I appreciate Lucinda Berry's writing. I love her willingness to kind of show a different side of humanity, the darker side, the scary side of humanity, and I really liked how she kind of tried to like educate you on this topic of pedophiles. But in the end, I just couldn't stomach it. It really just disturbed me inside. So the next book I have is one that totally blew my mind because I expected to love this book. So Ali Hazelwood is my queen. I love her. I've read like almost all of her books and I absolutely adore her books. I went into deep end thinking I was going to love this book. I was thinking it was going to be an automatic 5-star read, and yeah, it was not. I was completely disappointed by this book. I did not like this book at all. I didn't like the plot. I didn't like the characters. I found Scarlett and Lucas, I think his name, so insufferable. This book was just so boring. I ended up just hate reading it, and I just never expected that from an Ali Hazelwood book. I think I just much prefer her STEM romances than her college whatever this was. I just feel like it made me cringe so hard that Scarlett and Lucas would call themselves sexual deviants when literally they were the most mediocre couple on the planet. Lucas was not my favorite. I found him so bland for a Ali Hazelwood love interest. Like, I usually love her book boyfriends, but this one was, Lucas was just not it. I did not like him at all. The banter and the dialogue was so cringe. I actually made a whole book rant review on this book back in like February, so if you want to watch my whole get ready with me, I'll link it below so you can watch it. But yeah, deep end, no, absolutely not. So the next book I have is a fantasy book I actually just read recently, and I really thought that this was gonna be like my next favorite fantasy book. I have heard amazing things and I was like, this book is gonna be fantastic. It is called Spells for Forgetting. So this is my first book by Adrienne Young, and I've heard some fantastic things about her books. I was so excited to read this book, and yeah, this was so disappointing. It was an okay read. I ended up giving it a 2.5-star rating. I was expecting it to be a 5-star. My main issue with this book is that there was so much dumb drama about some dumb, stupid apple trees. That was the main plot of this book, was the apple orchard, and I thought it was gonna be something interesting, but it was so dumb. Like, all of this drama over some stupid trees. This book just didn't know what it wanted to be. It's kind of marketed as like a witchy romance, murder, mystery. This book read more like a contemporary book. It's not what I was looking for. I wanted witches. I wanted fantasy. I wanted magic spells and darkness, and our two main characters were so bland. I honestly did not feel the romance between our two main characters, not understand their intense love for each other, that they, even after 14 years of not seeing each other, they still were obsessed with each other. I just did not feel that passion and did not feel that fiery love between them. I just was not a fan of the book. I really wanted the witchy aspect to be front and center, and it wasn't. It was more like a side plot. The ending plot twist to the murder mystery was really disappointing. Everything was just really disappointing with this book, and I just feel really sad about it because I wanted to love it. I will say that the audiobook is pretty good. If I was reading this physically, I would have DNF'd it, but the audiobook kept me reading it. Overall, my final thoughts on this book is that I just expected more. I expected more darkness, more complexity, action, more plot, and I feel like this book just gave none of that. The next book I was super disappointed in is Salem's Lot. So this author, I read her summer thriller, Summer Rental, and I really enjoyed it. Was it the best thriller I've ever read? No, but it was so much fun. I had the best time reading it, so I was super excited for her like Halloween thriller. So this is described as a legal psychological thriller, and I was super excited about it. It's about our main character is a lawyer, and she's trying to defend this man named Damien who is charged with the murder of his fiance. His fiance was found stabbed a bunch of times, ritualistic symbols carved into her body. So we're trying to figure out like what happened to her, did he commit the murders, what's happening here. And it's supposed to be like secret societies and a darker romance kind of vibe, but this book was just so bad. It was so bad that I literally was reading it and laughing. Could not take it seriously. It was just so bad. I was kind of expecting a book that had like, that was really gory, dark, intense thriller that about secret societies and cults and a lot of legal stuff, and I feel like this book was not that. It was super romance heavy, which I was not expecting. It read like a dark romance, but the romance took such center stage in the story that I did not enjoy it. I did not like the couple. I don't mind a messy heroine, but she was so messy in an annoying way that she made such dumb decisions, and I feel like her cat was just so much smarter than her, and it really annoyed me. There's literally a scene in this book where the love interest, Damien, kind of locks her in his house, and she's like, oh my god, I can't leave, like what am I gonna do? Like, girl, break a window. She just sat there eating dinner, and I was like, girl, the cat literally led her to an exit. She couldn't think of one on her own, and honestly the book was just honestly really confusing. The plot was kind of confusing. This book, I'm sorry, it was just so bad. So Simone St. James became one of my favorite authors last year. She wrote Murder Road and The Sundown Motel and the Book of Cold Cases, and I really enjoyed those books. So I was so excited to kind of read more of her books this year, and honestly her other books were just really disappointed. I read this one called Silence for the Dead, and it sounded really good. It was like a historical fiction post-World War I kind of vibe. It had some ghosts, it had a murder mystery. It took place, it was about soldiers with shell shock. The plot sounded amazing, and in the beginning the book was like really interesting. I was kind of liking the vibe. It was dark, it was kind of creepy, but then it just lost me throughout the book. The ending murder mystery was so bad, it was so boring, and I just did not enjoy this book. I gave it 2 stars. I just feel like this year her books didn't hit the same as it did last year, which disappointed me. I ended up reading like 50 books this year, but I'm just so happy with what I read this year. So yeah, only having like 5-6 books that I didn't like or disappointed me is not that bad overall. Thank you guys for watching my video. What book disappointed you this year? Let me know in the comment section below, and thank you guys for watching my 12 Days of Christmas series. Till tomorrow, bye guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.